Hills 1-0 and Spirit FC and North Shore Mariners 0-0. And the Wanderers and Mounties Wanderers have kicked off. So Western Sydney against Mounties today in the Wanderers derby in NPL 2. Sutherland now trying to work it to the left-hand side with play continuing. Mephitis dispossessed. Madonis quickly onto it. Whiteside back. Madonis back to Whiteside. Madonis again. Now utilising space on the right-hand channel. And Pavicevic couldn't get to the ball, and as you saw there, Brown working it back. And cleared forward here via Denham. Sutherland again here have possession in the middle. Romero. Spinning around Romero. Elkan. Now let's see what they can do here. Brown on the left-hand channel. 1-0 to score. Scoreline of the game that Sydney Olympic lost to Sutherland in the first round of the season. As the ball goes back, booted forward to this broadcast side. Mephitis. At the end, Whiteside has it. Nice work at the end by Arn to utilise Stamatellis, who's on his feet. Push forward via Henderson. Goes over the top of Pavicevic and headed down, and eventually Lachlan Goyle for another header. Utilising Mephitis in space, but the first time effort saved by Henderson. Fairly tame effort too, I might add. And now Sydney Olympic raiding down the left channel. Angel dispossessed. Lachlan Lingoy working it to the right side to Cheng. Back to Polyak. Spinning across McGing, I should say, working it to Elkan. Now Brown. Over halfway. Going over the top of Romero. Sutherland still have it on halfway. Cheng bypassing the defence of Jack Stewart. And Polyak's there. Working it down the line. Romero, Okalingoi. At the end, Sydney Olympic trying to hold possession. They do on this left channel now. Forcing the pass into the middle. At the end, Sanchez couldn't get to it. Got in back play. Elkan taking down the challenge. Repeating the scoreline here, 1-0. 36 minutes have elapsed here. And Seymour Shaw. Don't forget, you can get your comments in via the Facebook or YouTube pages. Sutherland now have it on the right channel. Cheng, Polyak. Nicely done at the end via Will Angel. And played back. McGing lets it sit past the byline for another goal kick. Cool evening here in Sutherland. A very good evening for football it is indeed. There's Denham's clearance, not great. Throw to be taken quickly. Well, he wanted to take it quickly there. Pavicevic couldn't. And now that's a handball. Adonis, no, not called. Fans not happy with the decision. And now we're going to see a yellow card for the challenge here. Not happy with the call there, Erkan, who has got the yellow card. And on the deck here, trying to get up. Looks to be in gate taxes. Sydney Olympic will have good territory here for the foul. The fans, of course, were concentrating before on that handball. That wasn't called, in their eyes, the fans saying it was. Referee in a better spot than what we are. But I think the vision can tell and make your mind up. And now to take this free kick. Works it over the three-man wall. Well, he tried to, but quickly getting back onto it at the ends was in Romero. For a moment, he was trying to pierce it over the top. Whiteside to take the throw. Pavicevic trying to play it in. At the end, touches off Sutherland. Another throw. Whiteside to take it. Throw hoiked in the 18-yard box. Cleared away via Polyak. Now, Ngoy looking to try to get to the ball here. Great work by McKenzie here to try to hold firm. Works in the middle, but Sydney Olympic to lose possession. Sutherland now quickly have it via Romero, right side. Just going to get a cross into the middle. At the end there, laying it back to Cheng. Cheng here decides to go forward, rolls it in. Ngoy again couldn't get to it. Pavicevic now has it. Pavicevic again trying to beat the defence, but utilises Brown's foot, and it's played out for a throw. Smart thinking there by Pavicevic. Score remains here 1-0 in the favour of Sutherland. Romero scoring the goal. Now go Taxis working at Sanchez, and Sanchez just trying to find space, works it into the middle, but nobody there. And here is Thomas Whiteside into the middle. And Madonis. Oh, good defensive read at the ends here. Romero, great work to get Ngoy, but again, just can't control the ball. Polyak quickly working it to the left. Can't find Romero, and now it's Pavicevic who tries to work in the middle. Polyak once again there. And now we see Brown working it over halfway. Fans talking about that stunning goal by Romero. It was a cracker indeed. As now the ball worked again to the 18-yard box, over the top of Brown. Come back for it. And it's worked down the line here. It'll be a throw for Sydney Olympic. Now Arn working it across. McKenzie has here Angel. Will Angel, great work by him. Beats Jeremy Cox. Angel now working it back into the middle. Finds here Arn, who switches the play to the right. And now down the line they go via Stamatellis, utilising the left-hand side. Sutherland quickly getting to the ball via Cox. But chops towards here Angel. Madonis. And Madonis now, what can he offer here? Right side. Being pushed off the ball there. Pavicevic via Brown, and Brown playing it out for a throw near side. Strong defence, no question about it. Now as we see, it's cleared via Elkan, and it goes out for a throw near side for Sydney Olympic. In the meantime, at the moment, for Olympic, they just can't find the goal. Even Stevens here. In terms of the battle, the scoreline suggests that Sutherland have had the control, but Sydney Olympic have had their chances, but Sutherland's defence holding strong. As now we see Mateo Polyak trying to work in the middle, eventually Lachlan Goy had it, lost it. McKenzie defensively has been good, right side right. Trying to work it down the line. At the end, Brown playing it out. It'll be a throw in. And the score remains here 1-0. 44 minutes on the clock gone. Now Sanchez just letting it go out because he knew it was going to be a corner. And the corner will be taken here on this side of the ground. Worked in, pushed away. Great work at the end here by Romero to clear it. Score remains here 1-0. Sydney Olympic looking for something here as Brown heads it down. Left hand channel they go. Mafidis trying to chip it ahead. Still a live chance here. Oh, great work at the end here by Cox. He just needs to slice it through. He does. That's all Cox needed to do. And it's 2-0 if you don't mind. Penetrating work by Jeremy Cox. Crowd announcer going nuts about that. Nothing more to say about that. And isn't that a crushing blow at half time? 2-0. Some may say it's a dangerous lead in football. And for Sutherland, they will also say we don't want half time because they've got the control. Haven't seen the board yet. Say probably about 2 minutes of injury time would be on the board. We've had at least a minute. Hasn't been their year, Sydney Olympic. Loss against Sydney FC last week really highlights that, I think. 3-2 the score in that contest. I wonder what's going to be said at half time. Bassard might have his work cut out here. So close to the break here. Scoreline now 2-0. Can you believe it? It's now Sydney Olympic just trying to do something via Sanchez. Can't. Eventually it's going to be nearly clear, but Sydney Olympic somehow hold possession. Whiteside can't get to it. And now Romero finds here Lachlan Ngoy. He heads it down. Can this be 3-0 before the break? No. At the end, Henderson gets to the ball. And quickly, they roll forward here, Sydney Olympic. 2-0 to score. McKenzie in the middle. Madonis utilising here support. Gay Tatsis the Whiteside. Whiteside in the middle. Madonis. And at the end, cleared away. And the break is looming here. McKenzie. And from distance, wayward miss. Not the option, no question about it. And at the break, it could be 2-0. We are close to the whistle being rung here. And there it is, half-time, 2-0. Would you believe it? Sydney Olympic are trailing Sutherland And it is not the start they were looking for at all. Half-time, and repeating 2-0. Sutherland lead, goal scorers. Cox scored the second, Romero scored the first. We'll break here on Football New South Wales and NPL New South Wales. On the other side of this, the second half. Substitution to be made straight away for Sydney Olympic. Talios is on. From what it looks like, Whiteside's off. Get those confirmation as well. We also saw Koleski come on, and off the field here is in Gate Taxa. So that's the changes, two big changes too for Sydney Olympic, and much needed. And has won the way for the second half. So two very important changes. As now we see down the left-hand side, McKenzie working this over halfway, and quickly into action they are. Pavicevic utilising supporting on the left, and this is in Talios at the end, played out by Sutherland. Be a throw on this near side of the ground. Throw taken. At the end, Sydney Olympic can't utilise the control they had of the possession, and now we see Sutherland with Lockenlingoi. And Lockenlingoi down the right side, looking good here in the early passengers. Trying to work it into the middle at the end. Sydney Olympic play it out for a corner. Interesting to see what happens here, because Sydney Olympic need to strike. Sutherland, though, have had all the ascendancy. That second goal has really given them more confidence. As I said, they won that game 1-0 in the opening game of the season against Olympic at Belmore. This could well be another turn-up for the books. Mafidis works the corner end. Lockenlingoi tall timber. At the end it goes over the bar. Just can't capitalise on the opportunities he's had in these contests. I guess that's been the criticism he's copped over the years. Lockenlingoi. As now we see the ball worked into the middle, and again, good pass on by Sanchez to Pavicevic. And Pavicevic wants to work it back, he does. Utilises the support there, Madonis. Madonis now finds here that man in Talios. Out good for Sutherland. The score remains here 2-0. So now the ball is worked over halfway. Hit it up in the sky via Talios, comes down. So the Olympic now have it, quickly working it back to halfway. Can't get to it, McKenzie. The ball goes out for a throw. Sutherland hitting that one. Quickly to get the steam into possession here. And need everything. There's now ball work near halfway, headed down. Now twisting his body, Sanchez. Pushed away by Sutherland. This time cleared away by O'Shea. So throw in taken again. An Olympic trying again. Pavicevic working it across. Header on by Sanchez. Now an opportunity for Madonis. Turns. Doesn't work. Now Olympic quickly going back to the left. McKenzie in the middle. Spinning around his arm. Ricocheting off Cox. Be a throw on this near side. To be taken via Talios. Now it's headed down via O'Shea. And now it's worked to halfway. Lockenlingoi can't get to it. Sutherland booting it up high in the air via Polyak. Comes down. Now Sanchez on the turn. Trying to lob that to the sky. Doesn't work. Ball again coming down. Sutherland trying for something here. Polyak again. Quickly, Olympic fire with Angel to the right. Ball worked into the middle but cleared away. Sutherland's defence holding firm. Chat Stewart on that occasion couldn't get that cross in well, as we'll have another throw in. Comes down here. Naan can't do much with it. A foul's given for Sutherland. And the score here, 2-0. 4 minutes of play. And a sensational start here for Sutherland on this Saturday night. A lot of work to do for Sydney Olympic in this second half. Henderson over halfway. O'Shea played it straight back. Now Stewart trying to work in the middle. Shut down. Lockenlingui. Cox. Now Cox trying to go again, but Satalios quickly stops that. Works it back to Henderson. Now Madonis. An Olympic trying to roll forward. Madonis. At the end, the ball goes out for a throw near side. Romero and Jeremy Cox, the goal scorers. If you just joined us, it is 2-0 Sutherland, leading Lockenlingui. Trapped, but goes to Cox. And now, good work at the ends here. Romero just couldn't get the control. NPL New South Wales Division 1 action. As now the ball goes over halfway. And it's good work by Elkan to clear this. It goes bouncing towards here Henderson. Scores tonight. And all the matches will go through. Sydney Olympic quickly raiding down the right. Pavicevic finds Ian in the middle. Sanchez. Pavicevic, no space. And the score remains here 2-0. Goes back towards here. Madonis tapped on. Onside. Sanchez. And bounces away. So at the end, opportunity gone begging for Sydney Olympic. 2-0 in the favour
once again,
of Sutherland Sharks.
I'd like to acknowledge and thank all of our sponsors from 2019 season. Pipe King, Georgie 4G, PKC Painters, Men Linhua Chinese Restaurant, Jubilee Sports Studio, Grimy Trade Union Club, McDonald's Romania, Stapleton Grimy, and Studio 57. And also a reminder that the Sharks Bar on the upper standard.
So in NPL 2 action, Bankstown and Ryan will be 1-1. 1-0 St George against Bankstown. Blacktown, should say, Blacktown Spartans. 1-1 MacArthur and Hills. And 2-0 North Shore leading Spirit FC. And the Wanderers and Mounties 1-1. And in NPL 1, the matchup between Apia Leichhardt and Marconi. It's 3-1 Apia leading. Mount Georgetown, the Blacktown City 1-0, and Sydney FC lead Hakoah 1-0 as the foul is called. All these action, all the matches in the competition, streamed live and also on replay via Football New South Wales and also at NPL New South Wales. So now, you can hear the Olympic supporters trying to push their side along, but at the moment, just not going their way. Sutherland trying to go forward. Offside flag is up. And Cox doing some work afterwards, showing what would have been if he wasn't offside, but call was made quickly on the spot. Ball worked over halfway. Nokanlingoi chest, working it to the right. Satalios playing it. Cox couldn't get to it. Satalios down this left-hand side. Sanchez trying to find here Madonis, but Madonis couldn't do much. Cleared away by Ercan. 2-0 to score here at Seymour Shore. Second half action. We've had about 9.5 minutes of play. It's in the Olympic going forward here. Right side they go via Stamatelis. Koleski sitting around the middle waiting for the ball. He finally gets it. Koleski in the middle. Madonna spinning around. Now McKenzie utilises here. Koleski does touch off the foot and played back towards here. Denham. Cox on that occasion is spiraling it back. You can hear the Olympic chances. Foul called. Sydney Olympic will have the ball again. As we can see, walking across the ground today, in the background, I've got the Sutherland Shark, who's now pulling the kid after the kid did pull the tail of the shark. Bit of fun in the crowd and say naughty, naughty, naughty. The fun at football games right across New South Wales. Gonna love it. The NPL New South Wales competition thriving, and so it should. Looking for something here with Jackie Stewart. Won nicely by Sutherland, and now they're going forward here. Just not much doing here. Sydney Olympic in turn. Have the ball now. Stamatelis shut down. Nice work by Cheng. Works in the middle. Just overdriving that at the end there was Mephitis. It's probably Nokanlingoi's ball, to be brutally honest. Olympic fans not happy with the performance so far. Some describing it as terrible. And the comments are probably just, to be brutally honest, as well. So in about 11.5 minutes of this second half. Just where do Sydney Olympic go from here? You can't say that they had a mid-season game during a week when both sides did. You know, I understand that they went to extra time. It was 2-1 where they just got over against the PNFC. But regardless, you can't use that as an excuse. It hasn't been their season. Remember, they also had that game last Friday against Sydney FC, as opposed to most clubs playing either on a Saturday or the Sunday. And here last Saturday, Sutherland against Rockdale, that 1-1 draw, and at the moment they're getting points. This could be their first win of the season. At home, as now we see an opportunity. Cox trying to work it into the middle. Pushes off and Cox has it again, crosses it in. Head of the way. At the end they'll have the throw, Sydney Olympic. But as I said before, Sutherland's opportunity having their first win at home. Of course, we remember that win they had against Sydney Olympic at Belmore in round 1. As we can hear the Olympic supporters there to the right of your monitor at the back is where they'll be. Is now Romero pushing it forward on the left hand side. Now Mephitis. Referee doesn't call that. And we see now Sydney Olympic trying to go forward over halfway. Sanchez calling for the ball, headed down, comes to Madonis. Madonis, nice work, the shot, but goes over the bar. Just not to be for Sydney Olympic. Now, Lachlan Goy offside. Flag goes up straight away. So now Olympic with Madonis. And now they're going to the right side. Angel in the middle. Again cleared away. Sanchez was taken down in the challenge. Whistle scored for a Sutherland foul. Score remains here 2-0 in the favour of the Sharks. So now, work to halfway. Sydney Olympic playing it down this left side, but again, Sutherland have it via Cheng. He works it over halfway. Ball bouncing down. McKenzie tries to get to the ball. You've got here Lachlan Ngoy really pushing at the end. Nice ball to Pavicevic. In turn, it's one nice at the end here from Romero. Tight angle again, Romero crosses it in, but again shut down the key moments. Oh, you've got to be happy with that if you're a Sydney Olympic supporter, because Sutherland were looking for their third, just not to be. A little Angel on that occasion. Great defensive read. Throw to be taken. Telios at the throw. And now, Cheng in the middle. Sutherland lifting now. Mafidis, nice work. Mafidis has a crack. Wide to the right, misses. Score remains 2-0. The Olympic chant we're starting to hear now in the second half. Goal needs to come now. Cheng to the middle. Again, Sotelios. Koleski switching play, right. Jackie Stewart. Foul called. So about 17 minutes gone here. Second half. Sutherland Sharks. Sydney Olympic doing battle. Good work by Vicevic, played down at the ends by McGinn. And now the Sharks down the left-hand side. Blocking Lingoy. Spinning around here. Cheng. In the middle, Sutherland now attacking. Polyak, Cox, Cheng. Oh, good work at the ends here by McKenzie. Sotelios can't get there, Cox. But quickly McKenzie on the spot. Down the left. Nice work. Nice work. Adonis found Pavicevic. Pavicevic wants to have a crack. Does this time, but it's over the bar. Pavicevic just not getting it low enough. 2-0 to score. Sutherland leads Sydney Olympic. 1-1-20's and 18's 0-0. Other games so far, scores 3-1 NPL lead Marconi, Blacktown 2, Mount Druitt 0, Sydney FC lead Hakoah 1-0, NPL 1 action. NPL Leichhardt with a big win, and that game will have a lot of stories, of course, that come out of it for the next couple of days we're hearing. So keep tuned to all social media platforms, the Facebook, Twitter, also the website. Now Sutherland have possession here. Elkan trying to work it forward. At the end, the ball goes past the byline for another goal kick. Sutherland now by Cox. Lingoi. The foul's called. Quickly going forward here. The flag is up. To the chagrin of the Sutherland supporters. Now, from the free kick, Olympic on halfway. Koleski, Sanchez, Pavicevic. Now Sydney Olympic trying to build, but at the end doesn't work. The foul's given. Pushing challenge there by Arn. And now a substitution. And now we see Kikiris to come on.
Number 44, Peter Kikeri, coming off. Number 33.
Now, Satalios is coming off. Now, he's only been on the field for 21 and a half minutes. So, obviously, they're not happy with the way he started, or maybe a niggling injury or something. But that's their third substitution. So, not probably the best substitution rotation for Sydney Olympic today, by the looks of it. Repeating, Whiteside was replaced, and also replaced was Gay Taxes. Talios came onto the field and has been replaced now. Koleski also on, and Kikiris on. Kikiris expecting to see big things from him now on the pitch. There's now McKenzie in defence. Now they're rolling forward here, Olympic. Need a goal now. It's easy to say, but just need something. Romero, though. And now we see O'Shea working it to the left. Great work at the end by Sutherland, but they just couldn't utilise the opportunity in Sydney Olympic with the defensive read via Stamatelis. And now Olympic down the right. Stewart dispossessed. Jeez, that was pretty quick. The way he lost the ball. Sutherland really good in defence. And we're seeing again here. Ball work down the line via Romero. Olympic now quickly have it. At the end, the ball played out for a throw. New South Wales Premier League action on this Saturday night. Madonnas. And again cleared. Sutherland's defence been really good today. McGing, the experience he's got. Sutherland, geez, the experience they've been able to whip up here has been absolutely terrific, and they're going to be absolutely pleased with the performance they've had so far. But the job is not done yet. So over throw on this near side. Sanchez trying to get to the ball, bounces awkwardly. Be a corner, touching off Sutherland. So now we're about to set a corner to be taken by Sanchez. So now you can see on our monitor the shark there behind Sanchez. He's going to put a bit of a spell, so to speak. Now Sanchez takes the corner, swings in, pushed away nicely by Denham. Still alive here. Opportunity for Madonis at the end. Bounces out. Score remains here, 2-0. Corner whipped in. Well, it's whipped in, I should say, via Kakaris. Now a chance. It's gone wide to the left.
Substitution for
Sutherland now to see Lopez coming onto the field.
Alexander on the pitch is number 32, Alexander Lopez. And coming off the pitch is number 11, Jordan Mortici.
The feed us off and Lopez on. Good shift, 2 by Mephitis. Ball works over halfway. And down via Arn. But Lachlan-Lingoy now has it for Sutherland. Penetrating to the right, Cox. This one going wayward wide and going past the bar line for another goal kick. Now the ball goes over halfway. Okan working into the middle. Polyak spinning around. Now it'll be a foul for Sutherland. Foul against Sutherland, I should say. Sydney Olympic now heavy on the left. McKenzie. Koleski. Now Stavatellis utilising the right side. Now Sutherland going forward here with Lachlan-Lingoy. Lachlan-Lingoy! Ricochets off the defence. Now Sutherland have to somehow win this ball for Olympic, who whip it forward over halfway. Will Angel. Now it's in possession again for Olympic. Left hand side. This is in Kakaris, who goes to the middle. Good work here by Madonis to Kakaris. Low. Pushed away. Sutherland now have it. This is via Romero. And now Lopez. Lachlan-Lingoy. Want to have a crack from distance, won't. Lachlan-Lingoy now going right. And too deep at the end. Throw in near side. Now, Madonis. Sanchez. Yeah, nice work on Koleski. Now they're trying to go forward here, Olympic. Koleski. Madonis. Chested. Controlled nicely. Shot. Ricochets off the defence, second time effort. Goes circulating over the bar. It's not what he was looking for there, Kakeris. It's just not looking like Sydney Olympic are going to get there today. Sad reality. Ball now worked over halfway. Sutherland trying to go down the left. Sydney Olympics defence hasn't been overly great tonight. The first half disappointing, 2 goals scored. The way Romero scored that, and also a goal by Cox. And that's sunken the Olympic spirits. There's now Cox trying to work it into the middle, but McKenzie there. Now Olympic. Kakeris on this left-hand side. Kakeris at the end. Cheng, nice work in the middle. Romero utilising here Lopez, but it's shut down. And now it's Olympic that need to drive forward. Left-hand side. Kakeris. Right side, he drifts. Ball played in the middle, but Sutherland quickly there to fire the ball. And now Romero utilises Lachlan Lingoi. Lachlan Lingoi now. He's on the left-hand side. Lachlan Lingoi. Ricochets there. Off Stamatellis. Now, Sydney Olympic have it on the right side. Worked into the middle. Mardonis. Can't fight on. Cheng in the middle. Nice work at the end here for Sutherland to hold possession. Ball worked by Polyak. And now, just playing it out at the ends. Was in Romero. With this Sydney Olympic play on the ground here. It was in back play where we see Mardonis trying to get back up, the captain.
Once again, the Sutherland Sharks would like to acknowledge and thank all our sponsors for the 2019 season. Pipe King, Georgie Porgy, PKC Painters, Men Linhua Chinese Restaurant, Jubilee Sports Physio, Sky Me Trade Union Club, McDonald's Sylvania, Stapleton Sky Me, and Studio 57. And also a kind reminder that the Sharks Bar on the upper end of the northern end of the ground is open, and so is the canteen. And the merchandise shop is also open at the ticket office. We'd also like to thank Total Access Scaffolding and Domino's Carrying Bar.
Cheng throws it in.
Thank their sponsors of Ultra Football, Mida, and Puma.
McGing switches it to the left. Down the line, Urquhart. Lopez. Now Sutherland. Working it back to halfway. Polyak. Nice work by Olympic. Now they're rolling down the right side. Foul called. Now, here's Olympic in the middle. Sutherland clear this. Foul called. Looks like there'll be a booking here. The yellow card given to Sanchez. No card on the deck. On the deck here, Urquhart. Ball worked over halfway. Lachlan Lingoi can't get to it. Trying to roll forward here, the Sutherland Sharks. But Olympic trying to be equal to the task. Lachlan Lingoi again. Lachlan Lingoi trying to penetrate in the middle. Effort goes wide to the right. The fan pushes it away. I can understand why he made sure he was punching the ball away. Some golden liquid he was trying to save. It's now on the left-hand side, the ball played in the middle by McKenzie. Challenge on Madonis, and the foul has been called quickly. McKenzie straight away. Koleski headed down. Just in control there by Sutherland, and now we see Lachlan Lingoi to the right. Pushed down by Cox. Nobody there for the Sharks, and Sydney Olympic quickly have it via Koleski. Madonis. Nice work here by McKenzie to go back to Madonis. Now on the right, Pavicevic. Nice work. McKenzie. Short in the middle, Sutherland ricocheting off them. Cox needs a clear, he does. Comes down here, Pavicevic again, left-hand channel working it in to the middle to McKenzie. McKenzie now working it deep to the right side. Sutherland trying with an opportunity to defend out this Sydney Olympic side. The ball worked into the middle. And again, the ball pushed away. Sydney Olympic again. And in the middle. Push forward nicely at the end by O'Shea. Now we see down the right, Stamatilis. Good work by Lopez. And now Sutherland lifting. Lopez. Great work. Working it to the right now. Cox. Nice work by Cox. Needs to go back to the left. Cox. Drifting right. Cox. Trying to shape left. At the end, touches off Olympic. Will be a corner. And that is smart. That is really smart by Cox. Corner to be whipped in here via Lopez. Quickly saved by Henderson, so with about 7 minutes left to roll, regulation time, they need to quickly get their action on. There's the foul given to Olympic. Fans not happy with the call. Now, here come the Sydney Olympic side. To the left-hand side at the ends. Can't do anything with that ball, Kakeris. The ball goes out for another goal kick. Just looking like the game is over for Sydney Olympic. And to be honest, it's probably the case. Keeps on fading away as Lachlan Lingoi onside. Just needs to beat the keeper at the ends. It's been played away nicely defensively. A great read at the back. McKenzie's been solid. Corner to be taken by Lopez again. Lopez to take this one. Ball's out. Another throw in. So now, good work here by Romero, spinning around in the middle. Jesse couldn't get to it. Lopez. Now, Lopez again. Cheng just drifting it forward. So the Olympic shut it down again. Down the left-hand side, Kakiris. Kakiris rolling forward here. Now, looking for something Olympic. Adonis to nobody. McKenzie wasn't ready, standing still. Disappointment for the Olympic fans as foul called. There's a yellow card too. Stematella's not happy with it. He gets the yellow card. Substitution about to be made too. We're about to see Sutherland going on for the Sharks. And coming off to the field here. Looks to be in Mateo Polyak. Was that going to be in Cox? We're just waiting for this to come up on the board. Polyak was having a word with the coach before. And we've got this play on the deck. So we've got this play on the ground, and this is in Lopez. It will be in Cox. That will be replaced by Sutherland. That's going to be the situation here. Sutherland about to be replaced. That will happen in a matter of moments. As we're about to have this foul taken. Now quickly Olympic get the foul. And substitution to be made now with Cox off and Sutherland on.
Coming on to the pitch, number 19, Harry Sutherland. Coming off the pitch, number 9, Jeremy Cox.
Referee blowing his whistle. Wants the foul to be redone again because the player wasn't off the field yet. Now the substitution has been officially made.
Coming off the pitch, number 9, Jeremy Cox, and coming onto the pitch, number 19, Harry Sutherland.
Cox scoring a goal. Great shift by him. Now Olympic need to shift the ball to the right. Right side they travel again. In the middle, just can't find Stewart. Disappointment there for Angel. He hasn't exactly got those balls working today. Score repeating here if you just joined us. 2-0. Sharks scoring 2 great goals. Romero and also Cox. Okalingoi offside. Flag goes up. So Sutherland's going to have their second win of the year, and it will be against Sydney Olympic, who lost the first game against them 1-0 at Belmore. Hazard in the middle, headed up in the sky, comes down for O'Shea to chest it down. And he plays that away. It'll be a throw again on the far side of the ground. Now Olympic Lopez again. Lopez finds Lachlan Lingui. This time he's got space. This time, again, McKenzie comes across to stop him. Lachlan Lingui couldn't buy a goal if he could buy one in the shop. He's had so many opportunities. You could sell him on eBay for $3.95. 5 minutes of injury time has been added.
5 minutes.
Now, ball worked loosely past the ball line by Romero. Sydney Olympics somehow score a goal here. Make this a little bit interesting. Doesn't seem like they've got any chance to come back in. Lopez trying to find Lachlan Lingui. Wants a goal here. Needs one. Oh, great work. This time he can't get the angle across to take the shot. Dispossessed nicely at the ends. And it's just not his day. Pavicevic with that great defensive effort. And Lachlan Lingui has had so many chances.
Substitution for Sutherland Sharks.
There's another substitution for the Sharks. Clarkson to come on. And coming off will be Rahul. Romero has had a very good game today. Scored the opening goal. He's been well a part of this contest. And he'll be happy with his performance today. The ball worked to the left-hand side. Koleski shifting it to the left-hand side. Kakiris taken down a challenge by Jeng. Ball goes past the byline. Goal kick called. And it's going to be Sydney Olympic struggling to score a goal here, and Sutherland to take this one out 2-0. Sydney Olympic just haven't been able to get anything going their way. And no doubt it's disappointing. And if you're a fan of Olympic, you ask the question, where's next? And I say that because recent performances haven't been overly great. Now Pavicevic going to the right. Koleski. He can't find Madonis. Played out by Sutherland. So a 1-1 draw a couple of weeks ago against United, who scored the goal to lead things United. As this is to far side headed down, and it's cleared away at the end. Nicely done by Urquhart. Then they lost to Sydney FC 3-2. Nobody expected that. As I said, that game against the Poon in the FFA Cup, they nearly lost.
The person passed in the ambulance driveway, could they please move their car? That's BTG64G. BTG.
The ball worked into the mixer, headed wide.
Please move their car from the driveway.
Touch off Sutherland, so there'll be a throw, or corner I should say, on this near side of the ground. Let the piece, they love a goal here. Madonis on the angle, in the middle, chance! Yes! Pushed away, and disappointment again for Stamatelis, but still alive for Olympic. Ball worked in, but saved again by Denham. And he's close to be goalkeeper of the week. Moves this ball up in the sky. Still a couple of minutes of injury time. Ball bouncing back for Pavicevic. Now rolling over halfway. Quickly getting onto the ball there. It was in Denham. Henderson, a great night for him for Olympic. Well, up in the sky, the fans want the whistle now. Sutherland still want another goal. Going to happen via Lopez. He goes to Lachlan Lingoy. This time! He's got it! Well, he's waited 94 minutes and a half! But Lachlan Lingoy finally buys the goal he was looking for. And the fans go nuts. As I said, it was what Lachlan Lingoy was looking for. Second goal for Sutherland this season, and his third appearance in NPL 1. And 3-0 is where we're going to be. And there it is. Whistle blown. And Sutherland have got their second win of the year, and it's against Sydney Olympic. 3-0 to score. Goal scorers were Romero. Then it was a great goal by Cox, and finally a great goal by Lachlan Lingoy. Lopez set him up, and Lachlan Lingoy went bang. And that's it. It's all over. 3-0. A great win for Sutherland. Great action this weekend coming up. There's more games that you can watch right now as we speak. Apia Leichhardt are taking on Marconi, and currently in that game, as we'll go through all the scores while we've got time before we leave you here, it is Apia 4, Marconi 1, Blacktown 2, Mount Jewett 0, and Sydney FC 1, Hakoah 0, and full time here 3-0. Tomorrow, we've got 2 games to sink our teams in. Manly take on Wollongong, called by Nate Patrick, and then it'll be Rockdale City United 58 to be called by Jack Clifton. Nicholas Kutniak signing off here for Football New South Wales. After a good night of football, on behalf of the team behind the scenes, Oscar filming the action, great job by him. Full time, it was 3-0, Sutherland too good for Sydney Olympic.